Normally, I don't review things that are short, but this is a little different. Recently, Marvel put out a one shot, or as they call it, a special presentation. And that special presentation was called Punisher One Last Kill. And so this takes place in a weird space in the timeline. It is happening after he escapes in the end of Daredevil Born Again season 1 and before Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so this is a middle space. This is a way of telling you what is going on with Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, in this in-between space. And so it was said to be like, an exciting one shot, an exciting one-off for the Punisher. And a lot of us didn't know what to expect, except that, John Burtonthal, I believe is his name, was involved in the writing and the creation side of this project, which is cool, which is exciting. We've seen Ryan Reynolds do something very similar with Deadpool, and he's done a great job over there. Whether you love those films or not, they've been successful. And so I thought it was cool that John Bernthal would be involved in this, and he was, and they released it. And so it's 50 minutes, 50, but with credits, it's really like 42 minutes or something like that. It was basically a one-episode story. And I thought it was interesting. I was excited to watch it. I watched it. I checked it out. It was good. It was good. Basically, what's happening is the Punisher has accomplished what he wanted to accomplish, or so he thought. He has killed everyone on his hit list of people who were involved in his family's killing, and now he's done. He's ready to retire. He's ready to take himself out of the game, physically, literally. And so this film is, this one shot, this episode is Frank in a delusional state, Frank in a contemplative state, Frank trying to figure out what to do with himself. And maybe that means ending his own life. And there are some attempts of that in this episode, in this one shot, in this special presentation. And so we find out as Frank Castle is in the Bronx trying to figure out what to do with himself and just kind of dwelling among the living, because he's not really living life. He's just among the living. He's in this weird trance of a state where he is intoxicated and, not really in a clear state of mind. We find out that he's not done. And so this takes an interesting train of events. And it's basically like a great action situation after that. Anyway, it's short and sweet. I'm not going to give you step by step the entire episode, but that's largely what it's about. And we find out he's not done. There's someone left that he needs to take care of. Hence the name. It's a double entendre because he was possibly going to kill himself as the last kill, but we find out there's someone else that he needs to take out. I thought it was good. I thought it was short. I thought it was sweet. I thought it had a concise story. I thought it had a solid beginning and ending. And if you like Punisher and action, there was also tons of that. And so I thought they did a good job. I would have liked to see more, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a full film, but it makes sense because their other one-shots, their other special presentations were about the same length, more or less. So it makes sense. But I would have liked to see an entire Punisher film, although I understand why they would not do it. So that's really it. I don't have a lot to say here. I don't have a lot of complaints. I thought this was good. I thought it stuck to the lore of the Punisher, the vibes of the Punisher. It gave you story. It gave you action. There were heartfelt moments. It was Punisher. It was Punisher. If you enjoy the Punisher TV show that Netflix did long ago, then you'll enjoy this. It was along the same vein, the same vibes, the same type of storytelling, the same type of acting, the same type of action. And so if you enjoy Punisher, this is a fun thing to watch. So if you haven't checked it out, go watch it. This is not an ad. They didn't pay me, but I thought it was worth discussing. And this does not necessarily answer the question of where is he and what's going on. Basically, yeah, he's committed to being Punisher again. But I don't think you necessarily needed to watch this before you watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. I do think they lied there. I think Marvel pulled the fast one on us once again. which Marvel's been doing for a while, but that's a topic for another time. But I think if you didn't watch this One Piece, this Marvel special presentation, then I think you would have been okay going into Spider-Man Brand New Day. It didn't tell you how they know each other. It didn't speak about their relationship. Spider-Man's not in it. Frank doesn't leave a like 3 block radius. He's very much in the same small area of the Bronx. And so I don't think this was necessary to watch before watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think they lied on that. But I enjoyed it and I'd watch it again. It was fun, it was cool. And that's it. Short and sweet.